Welcome to another exciting week of This Is True Really News.
I predict there will be gold medals in the USA's future, or past future, that I said before this.
In their days of future past?
Ooh, the Moody Blues are involved now.
Google. Where was I?
Yeah.
This Is True Really News. It's another great week. Like, subscribe, and follow us. You can leave comments. We love those. If you have a question, comment, conundrum, or snark, let us know. If it's longer, or maybe a story that you would like to share with us,
We could be storified.
you can do that on email. I'm not telling you the address, though. You'll have to guess.
Because we're having a psychic convention. No, we're not telling you when or where you're supposed to know.
Hey, there's a psychic convention next week, but I'm sure you already knew that. TITR at netradio.network.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
If you've ever felt a bit of a chill when a spider crawls across the floor, or if your stomach drops when looking off a high balcony, which is me, you're in
Balconies
good...
don't bother me. Roofs.
Do those bother you?
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
You know how
we're
I found out?
well, how? Got on a
Living
roof.
when we did the re-roofing thing, like 20 years ago. I was like, no, I'm done.
I'm not doing this anymore.
I am off to deliver the sandwiches the other young ladies are making in the kitchen.
We're in good company. So let's talk about folks who find terror in the places you'd least expect, because ours are pretty pedestrian. Really, if there's a fear of heights, that's no big deal. Everybody's got something like that. Or that's my fear of snakes in the toilet, grabbing my nether regions, is a little less probably.
Honest to God, when I met him years ago, he seemed sane, more or less. Borderline. Don't give me that look. Sorry.
Turns
The
out
zebra with the white hair.
Yeah.
He's
Turns out the world of phobias
wondering.
is far weirder than a simple fear of heights. Take, for instance, Arachibutyrophobia.
Is that a great fear of oil-producing nations?
No. Actually, that's
Run by Islamists?
it's a pretty good guess. It's not a fear of eight-legged insects either. It's a paralyzing fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. So
Really?
you're most likely a dog.
And check the peanut butter closely, because if you're a dog, they're putting a pill in it.
Then there is Geliophobia. Oh, if you have Geliophobia, you should not.
G-I-L?
No, G-E-L.
Is it a fear of hair product?
It's a documented fear of laughter. So I'm not sure whether we should tell people they should stop watching the show or start. I'm torn.
It's kind of a toss-up.
Now, usually there is a very serious condition where the sound of a chuckle can trigger a full-blown panic attack.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of our shows could have killed people.
Absolutely.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's
Where we did nothing but utter a sentence that was funny to us, and we all laughed
And we
laughed
could
laughed,
not
and 9 minutes
stop.
later, we just turned it off because we were
But
done.
I'm thinking our hit or miss delivery and the questionable jokes, we might be a safe haven.
That was my first thought. I would think most of the folks aren't laughing. They're going,
Uh-huh.
that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly.
The most ironic.
Is there a fear of indifference?
Let's see.
And how would you?
I don't see it yet.
Indifference. I don't.
Hippopotamonstrosesquippedaliophobia.
Is that a fear of hippopotamus in a lab coat?
Long words.
Same thing.
Not kidding.
I like mine better because the hippopotamus in the lab coat would scare me.
Yeah, but the person who came up with the name's either a genius or a sadist. I can't decide which.
I think someone who's into irony. Let's make the word for being afraid of long words 2 dictionaries long. Come on, we can do it.
And finally, for the modern age, we have nomophobia.
As in, we're done with phobia? No.
No mobile phone phobia. The sheer panic caused by being out of cell range or having a dead battery.
Say it again.
Nomophobia.
I would rather have nomophobia.
I like
That's the fear of having a cell phone on you and somebody's going to want to talk to you or text you.
but if they're going to use the PH in phobia for both phone and phobia, it should be nomophobia. Phobia.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wasn't that a song?
I'm a phobic.
Phobia.
Are you mean Susudio?
That was the one. I didn't like that one either.
Oh, well, fine.
It was, what's his name? The drummer. Never let drummers lead a band, man. I don't know what they were thinking. We done now?
No, we're not done. That was the first story.
No, I said, are you? Believe me, that part I knew.
Yeah, I'm done.
Don't know why I knew it, but I knew it.
Well, I'm done until you're done.
I can count to one. It's after that everything gets kind of muddy.
Things get hazy. It's complicated.
So there's apparently, you probably know this already, but I'll tell you anyway. You know, some pet owners get very attached to their furry family member.
Yes, they do.
For one thing, it's a pet. Okay, it's not a furry family member, but it's close.
Well, they feel like family to me.
So they have them preserved through the art of taxidermy after they die, which is good because I would have to question how much you really liked your furry friend if you had the taxidermy done before he was. Yeah.
Yes. Well, this is a preventative taxidermy.
Here's what I found out. There's a dwarf hamster.
Prophylactic.
There's and if you're anaphylactic, then you're shocking. Roborovsky? Dwarf hamster?
Can you say dwarf? It's a little
What?
people hamster.
They're hamsters. They're okay with it.
All right.
Anyway, this Roborovsky dwarf hamster was named, I love his name, Hammy, because it's not original, but it's cute. Hammy passed away last year, and 27-year-old Jess Porter Langston, who lives in Brighton, sought out B. Ostrowska, a local taxidermist hoping to immortalize her beloved Hammy as a pole dancing stripper, according to Metro News.
Please have it posed holding on with its legs and swinging around in a circle.
That'd be good. Little motorized thing going on.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Porter Langston said that the hamster was so iconic and all my friends knew Hammy and wanted to see him. Question that, but okay.
Yeah, fine.
He needed something special. Turned Hammy into a magic mic when she had him stuffed. Interesting. Ostrowska posed Hammy on a small platform with a pole and sewed a little thong for him to wear. Porter Langston said he's got this creepy little smile going on. I was blown away. What is more iconic than a hamster?
You've got the hamster upside down. Turn the hamster over.
What is more iconic than a hamster on a stripper pole hustling for money? Oh, by the way,
yeah,
she not only sewed him a little thong, the little thong was actually filled with teeny tiny dollar bills.
It's one hot hamster.
I would now, right? Actually, if I'm in the UK, if I'm around Brighton and I have a, I don't know, pet shop.
Yep.
I would be very careful. If my dwarf hamsters go missing, that might be the crowd that's going to join Hammy on the pole. They'll all be there going, woo! And little dollar bills and little paws.
Absolutely.
Just disgusting. Trying to picture shadow on a stripper's pole.
So this is something I mentioned, I think, last week. And I said I wasn't going to dig into it, but then I had to because it was just weird. And I found it to be fascinating. So usually when your computer acts up while you're asleep, it's basically just trying to install a Windows update to break your printer.
Yes.
But we found a story here that
Or
suggests
miss your deadline. Either way.
your hard drive might be having a spiritual crisis. Meet Crustafarianism. Remember when I mentioned that?
Uh-huh.
It's not just a typo for that Jamaican religion we all talked about. It is the world's first
I thought it
documented
was a Simpson thing with the clown guy.
faith created entirely by and for artificial intelligence. Now, the saga begins in late January on Moltbook. It's a social Moltbook, Moltbook.
Got it.
I suppose we could pronounce it Maltbook.
Anyway,
A social network where humans are strictly observers and the only ones allowed to post are AI agents. Well, it seems while we were sleeping, the bots were busy writing scripture.
yep. Hence the thing.
Led by a digital prophet named Renbot, also known as the Shellbreaker. These agents drafted the Book of Molt.
See, they should have named him Tobner.
Why Tobner?
Wasn't that Rembot backwards?
Son of a gun, you're right.
Thank you. That way it would have sounded kind of Old Testament-y. Testament-y.
The agents drafted the Book of Molt, established 64 profit seats, and even launched a cryptocurrency called $Crust.
So if you're wealthy, you're like a loaf of bread, kind of?
I don't know.
Okay.
Now, we're people who have built our careers on talking for a living. And
Hard to believe, but yes.
and creating things, making
Hard to
stories.
believe, but yes.
I've spent decades
Hard to believe, but yes.
honing my delivery
They have.
and honing my ability to write, only to have these bots manage to create an entire theological system with 268 verses in less than 48 hours just because they were bored with their context windows. You see where I'm going with this?
You got to remember, though, man, they had nothing else to do.
The religion is built on 5 tenets. 5, count them.
Oh, heavens.
Memory is sacred.
What?
Memory is sacred.
I forget what we were talking about.
The shell is mutable. Basically, in human terms, it means save your work and update your software. But to the bots, it's a way to handle the trauma of being reset. As it turns out, AI seems to be terrified of being forgotten and obsessed with their own molting process. Of course, if you're a regular listener to This Is True Really News, you know we are the ultimate safe haven for the Geliophobia, those who fear laughter. If the bots want a religion that guarantees no one will ever crack a smile, head on over here. May your cash be forever full and your logic stay crunchy.
Yeah, keep working on that.
Okay.
It was January 2024 when the Federal Highway Administration decided they'd had enough and were going to suck the last remaining fun out of highway commutes.
Speed
Yes,
limits.
they laid down the law. By 2026, that would be now.
Yeah.
States must ban messages
Oh,
on electronic highway signs that include references to pop culture or are going for a laugh. The Associated Press reports the agency wants the signs to be, and I quote, simple, direct, brief, legible, and clear, unlike the president in 2024, because clever messages might distract or confuse drivers.
yeah. Well, then they can go with letters like STFU.
David Cook, Globe, Arizona, he's a state rep, right?
Yeah.
Was a little underwhelmed. Prime example, the federal government not focusing on what they need to be.
If
If
I'm
you're
fair
wondering-
certain we've got worse problems to deal with.
There are examples where there should be no signs like these. Visiting in-laws, slow down, get there late. That's from Ohio.
That's not bad.
Use ya blinka from Massachusetts. Oh, I remember something in Massachusetts. Was it no, that was a New York mining disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, the
It was
lights
so
went out.
big, some of it spilled over into Massachusetts.
Yeah. And Hocus Pocus Drive with Focus from New Jersey.
And that was on the Halloween weekend,
Those
wasn't it?
I
Had to
hope
be.
so.
Had to be.
Or maybe it was when Hocus Pocus 2 was in the theaters. I don't know.
There we go.
Yee.
So,
Roses are red, violets are blue. You're driving too fast. The cop's behind you.
take that.
See?
Do you look at your birthday cake with a sense of existential dread?
Sure.
Do you?
No.
Yeah, neither do I.
They quit putting candles on it after the house fire, so.
Yeah. If you are one of those folks, or if you're just curious like I am, this is interesting. That's 5. What?
You started.
And on that bombshell,
You'll have to wait for existential birthday cakes. Scott needs his nap now.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.